Hi, a couple of weeks ago I put out a dispatching guide, and while it was full of some useful info, it also added some confusion because I myself was a little confused about some of the aspects of dispatching, as there has not been a ton of information about it, with most guide videos giving breezy, generic overviews and not diving too deeply or just glossing over what it is used for without much depth. And while I still have some questions about strongholds myself, I have continued to send out my crew on quests daily and have still only broken the surface of what this feature can do, and part of that is because the grind is pretty horrendous for this feature, as with all of the fluffier features of Lost Ark, such as life skills. I pride myself on being someone who likes to get into the meat of any MMO crafting system, and the dispatching system is right up my alley, but unfortunately it begins to lean heavily on using the store to speed things up, especially as you get heavily into Tier 2. Regardless, I still have a few useful tips and more answers than my last video, so let's go ahead and get into it. First off, let me correct something my other video got wrong. In error, I assumed that sailors for your island map quest, where you sail yourself on your boat around to various islands, that they share the same sailors that you can use on your dispatch missions. This is completely incorrect. You get specific soldiers through questing or rapport, whether that be on islands or through the main story quest, and then you have specific Stronghold sailors that you send out through the dispatch system at your Stronghold. The way you can tell the difference is the wording on the crew application. So, for the sake of this video, let's call them Stronghold Sailors and Open Sea Sailors, with the Open Sea Sailors being those that can sail with you as you go from island to island, as you see me doing right here. Now, draw your attention to this graphic that I made. The application form on the left is the Stronghold app, as it states in the title there. These you get from traveling merchants who show up at your estate, or through the Makoko Seed Rewards vendor located at the Makoko village on Tortoik. As I stated before, the Open Sea crew members you will obtain through questing or through the rapport system. There are a few guides out there on the rapport system already, so I won't go into much detail here, but I will say that Cal's is the one you should focus on early on, so you might want to research what his rapport needs are and go for him early on. There are many crew members to get. Regardless of which crew type you want, I recommend heading over to lostarkcodex.com. You can search through their database, which includes helpful info on particular NPCs that you want, especially for rapport purposes. As you see here with Cal, it lists his personality interests like charisma and kindness, which gives you an idea of where your character needs to be at in order to approach him and gain access, along with the various friendship levels he has. Now, let's switch gears and discuss the Stronghold a bit. By now, you have your Stronghold, and you have probably even started trying to research things, but what should you spend your time learning, and when do things open up to be learned? Your main focus on researching things in the lab will always first and foremost be tiers of your lab and your dispatch station. When you see these as researchable, learn those right away, because that is how you open up more things to research. These researchables do not come up often though, and here's a little graphic I made to start you off with. You can use the filters in your lab to see a sneak peek at what's ahead and the requirements for those, but be warned that it does not show you all researchables that you will have access, as mine does not show when I can learn Tier 3 dispatch. But I happen to know from the website I mentioned, it's when my Stronghold reaches level 17. I assume I need to research Lab Tier 3 before I can even see that, which the Lab Tier 3 opens up at Stronghold level 15. So the next question you will probably be asking is how to level up your Stronghold, and that answer is through dispatching your crew on missions in the dispatch system. One of the things you gain when your crew comes back from a mission is Stronghold XP, along with other rewards depending on the difficulty and type of dispatch mission you sent them out on. I can also say that hitting various milestones with the story or your level, or perhaps it was my Stronghold hitting a certain level, opened up harder dispatch missions. I honestly can't tell you which one of these did it, as I hit level 50 and I also hit Stronghold level 10 on the same day, and when I got back to my dispatch station, I suddenly had much better dispatch missions to head out on, as you see here by my list. Now, as far as which dispatch missions I recommend, I've been going for the ones that offer up the most raid coins because those coins seem to be requested for trade for more sailors at the trade merchant, and I want to increase my crew so I can have a better loot success rate while sending out my dispatch missions. Which leads me to another topic I have covered in a PSA video, but will also cover here because I keep getting asked, and that's the adaptation percentage you see here. It does not, let me repeat, does not mean whether your crew passes or fails. The higher the percentage, which goes up by matching your crew's hardship effects with the mission's hardship effects, means you will get back more loot. That's it. Yes, it sucks sending out your crew and only having a 28% adaptation rate, but you're still getting something back as a reward to help you build up for later. Now, this entire Stronghold dispatch system is very self-contained. Want more Stronghold levels? Send out crew on dispatch missions. Need a certain coin for trading for a better crew member? Send out your dispatch mission for that particular coin type. Need to level up your lab to tier 2? Send out more dispatch missions to raise your Stronghold XP so you gain Stronghold level to the minimum level required to research the lab. It's all self-contained. In fact, the only thing besides Makoko seed searching that you can do away from the island that will help you is gathering ore and wood, which is required when researching or sending out your dispatches or repairing your ships, which is something you need to pay attention to by clicking up here if your ship's durability gets too low. I'm still not sure what's going to happen if your ship durability reaches a low level. I assume you simply won't be able to send out your ship, but who knows? If you happen to know, please let me know down in the comments because we'd all really like to know what happens. I think between my multiple videos, I've covered everything here, and I did so to the best of my currently known knowledge on the system. This is a passive system, or a passive grind is probably the best term for it. You cannot sit there and do it all day. You can't even go out and harvest ore and wood all day due to the work energy mechanic. For me, it's more a set it and forget it type of system. I log in, go to my Stronghold, then see what rewards await, check to see what merchant is there and what they have to trade, especially which crew members they have above all else. Then I send my crew out on the mission, which will net them the coin I'm looking for, which as mentioned above right now is currently raid coins. And that's about it. Of course, the grind is real because they want to push you toward the store. They want you to purchase items that will bring your crew back sooner or gain XP faster. That's their jam. I, for one, am not into that flavor, so I do the bare minimum every day and look forward to gaining better crew the hard way. This guide still does not have everything, but I think it manages to answer the things I currently know and hopefully will clarify some confusion and not add to it. I've enjoyed discussing this system with you all, and if you have any info to share about something you've learned, please comment below. We would all love to learn more about this system, and any help would be appreciated and will be added into a future video as I progress through the system. I told you that was quick. Now, if you want more quick guides like this from Lost Ark or other games I cover, please consider subbing and liking what I do. Have fun, be kind to your fellow gamer, and stay positive.